Welcome to Tennessee's at Home Learning Series for Math. Today's lesson is for all third grade out there, though all children are welcome to tune in. This lesson is a number 18 in a series. My name is Lisa Sharkley and I'm a third grade teacher at Venus Stewart Elementary in Gallatin, Tennessee. I'm excited to be your teacher for this lesson. Welcome to my virtual classroom. If you hadn't seen the previous lesson, you can go to www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in to today's lesson, but it might be better because I'll refer back to some of the other previous lessons. Today we'll be learning about using strategies to multiply with 7. To fully participate, you'll just need a sheet of paper, a pencil, and a hard surface to write on. Are you ready? All right, let's begin. I'll start off with some vocabulary. Lesson 18, multiplication facts and strategies, key vocabulary. Say the key vocabulary words with me, please. Factor, product, property, known fact. Those are the words that we'll use during this lesson. Today, we'll be learning about using strategies to multiply with 7. In third grade, you have learned many strategies to help you become fluent with all your multiplication facts. Today, we'll review how to use the commutative property, the distributive property, or known facts to help us multiply by the factor of 7. I like to call the 7 the slinky 7. Let's draw a picture to show the commutative property. On your paper, draw an array for 2 times 7, which is 2 rows of 7, and another array for 7 times 2, which would be 7 rows of 2. Just take about 30 seconds to draw on your paper an array for 2 times 7 and for 7 times 2. All right. Do your arrays look similar to my arrays? This was my 2 times 7, and this was my 7 times 2. The number of counters stayed the same in both arrays, and so does the product. We know 2 times 7 is the same. 2 times 7 is 14. 7 times 2 is also 14. The commutative property says that the product stays the same even when the order of the factors change. Since we will be practicing multiplying by 7 today, let's use the commutative property to write equivalent multiplication expressions for the 7 facts. Now you're going to put this on your paper, okay? On your paper, write the list of 7 facts and complete the equations by writing the equivalent multiplication expression. For example, to complete 7 times 2 equals blank, I'll write 14 equals 7 times 2 equals 2 times 7. Go ahead and complete the equations. I'll give you about 1 minute to complete them. Okay, some of you might still be writing, but I'll start writing because I want us to check. I want you to check yours against mine. 7 is equal to 7 times 1, which is equal to 1 times 7. Let's go across. 14 is equal to 7 times 2, which is equal to 2 times 7. I'm writing the commutative property of each one. 21 is equal to 7 times 3, which is equal to 3 times 7. Same factors, but they're flopped. Same product. So I put 4 times 7 here, 5 times 7 in this slot, 6 times 7, showing the commutative property. Well, 7 times 7 is still equal to 7 times 7. I couldn't flip those factors. 8 times 7, and lastly, 9 times 7. This is showing the commutative property. It's important to remember that commutative property so that you know more facts than you think you know. When you know about the commutative property, then you can see that you know your ones, 2's facts, and 5 facts. Then you know many of your multiplication facts, including those slinky 7s. So again, we all know 1 times 7 equals 7. 2 times 7 equals 14. 5 times 7 equals 35. So right off the bat, you know 3 of your 7 facts because the commutative property of multiplication. Today we'll be focusing on multiplying by the factor 7. When I think about groups of 7, I think about weeks because 1 week has a total of 7 days. Let's solve a problem together. Alright, I have a student named Lyric. Hey Lyric. Lyric's family has a new puppy. I love puppies. Lyric takes a turn walking the puppy once a day. How many times does Lyric walk the puppy in 4 weeks? Use a multiplication expression to solve the problem. Let me read it once again, and please feel free to read it with me. Lyric's family has a new puppy. Lyric takes a turn walking the puppy once a day. How many times will Lyric walk the puppy in 4 weeks? All right, let's kind of think about this problem. Let's make sense of it. What do we know about the relationship between days and a week? What do we know? How many days are in a week? Show me with your fingers. And you should be showing me 7. 7 days are in a week. So, my 4 for my multiplication problem would represent my 4 weeks. Times my 7 would represent the days of the week. 4 weeks and there's 7 days in a week. This would give me the answer to how many times will Lyric walk the puppy in 4 weeks. Alright, 4 times 7. Wonder what strategy I could use to find my answer. What if I skip counted by 4 7 times? I'm pretty good at my 4s. Let's try that one. Alright, here I go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Let's see if I skip counted by 4s 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 times 7 equals 28. He would walk the puppy 28 times. Is there a different strategy I could use to find my answer? There is. I could use that distributive property. That's when you break apart. You break apart an array to 2 smaller chunks and then you put it back together. I think I want to cut right here, make a horizontal line. And I'd say 1, 2, 2 rows. 2 times, how many's in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we know 2 times 7 is 14. Also, this is a mirror image at the bottom. It also has 2 rows with 7 in each row. 2 times 7 equals 14. So to find my product, I would say 4 times 7 is equal to 14 plus 14. And 14 plus 14 would be 28. Another strategy. That's how to use that distributive property. To find the product of 4 times 7, we could also use the strategy called using known facts. To use this strategy, we start with the fact we know and then count on to add the extra groups. Listen to my think aloud as I use this strategy, and I have it up here. Multiply 4 times 7. Start with the fact you know. Well, I know my 2's. I know 2 times 7 equals 14. Add a group of 7 for 3 times 7. So I have 2 times 7 is 14, plus 7 more would be 21. Let me keep going. Then add 7 more for 4 times 7. 3 times 7 plus 7 equals 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. That strategy is you're using a fact, using a known fact, and then adding to it. So far today, we've been working to solve problems with the factor 7 when we need to find the product. Sometimes we'll know the product, but we'll need to find a factor. Let's look at one of these problem types now. Use strategies to find the missing factor in the equation 7 times blank equals 28. I think we should use the known fact. I know that 7 times 2 equals 14. That's my known fact. I want to know how many 7s does it take to get to 28. So if 7 times 2 is 14, let me add another 7. 7 times 2 plus 7 would be 21. So that's the same thing as saying 7 times 3. I'm still trying to get to 28. I hadn't made it so far. So let's do 7 times 3 plus 7 more. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 7 more is 28. And that was the same as 7 times 4. So 7 times 4 equals 28. I used a known fact and moved up, added on to it. I'll do the first practice problem. Use the distributive property or known facts to find the product of 7 times 6. I think I'm going to use the distributive property. It's already broke apart for me, and I'm going to use just that horizontal line. So what's in my first chunk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. 5 times, how many's in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 times 6. I'll use my picture to help. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5 times 6 equals 30. Let's go to my bottom, see how they chunked it. 2 rows. How many is in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equals 12. So to find 7 times 6, I'm going to put my 2 chunks back together again. 7 times 6 is equal to 30 plus 12. When I add my 30 plus 12, it comes to 42. 7 times 6 equals 42. Now let's do the next problem together also. Let's use the distributive property to break the problem into smaller parts. Look at the array that I've drawn for 7 times 7. I have a 7 times 7. I put a vertical line to chunk it. Let's see. Looking at this side, I'll start with my left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times, how many is in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 times 4. To find that, I can count each and every one of them, or I could say 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 for my first array on the left-hand side. Let's look on the right-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3. 7 times 3. I'm going to skip count by my 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Now I'm going to put it back together again. 7 times 7 is equal to 28 plus 21. When I add those two, I'm going to put it up here. 28 plus 21. 8 plus 1, 9. 2 plus 2, 4. Equals 49. Did you think the answer was 49 too? Give yourself a thumbs up. All right, now let's talk through how we could have used a known fact. Well, when I think of 7 times 7, I know my 5's really well. So if I know that 7 times 5 equals 35, I just need 2 more 7's. 2 more 7's to get to 7 times 7. So 7 times 5 equals 35, plus 7, okay, that would say plus 7, that would make it 42, which would be my 7 times 6 fact. I need 1 more 7. I need to add 1 more 7 plus 7. 7 times 6 was 42 plus 1 more 7. And I hope you're saying 49. I used a known fact and then built on it to get to 49. Now try these by yourself. Use the distributive property or known facts to find the product of 7 times 3. And then your second problem has to do with Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Ryan arranges some playing cards in 7 equal rows with 8 cards in each row. How many cards does Ryan arrange? All right, I'll give you a minute to work on those two. All right, let's see. Use a distributive property or known fact to find the product of 7 times 3. I think I'm going to use a known fact for this one, because I know that 7 times 2 equals 14. So to find out what 7 times 3 is, I just need to add 7 more to it. 14 plus 7 would be 21. That lets me know that 7 times 3 equals 21. If you got that answer, kiss your brain. And the last one. Ryan arranges some playing cards in 7 equal rows with 8 cards in each row. How many cards does Ryan arrange? Okay, so this is asking me 7 times 8. Now I know a trick about 7 times 8. I know when I see a 7 and an 8 together and I'm multiplying, I say 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 times 8 equals 56. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a trick that I know. But if I didn't know that trick, if I want to use a known fact for 7 times 8, I could start with 7 times 5. I know that 7 times 5 equals 35. Now I just need 3 more 7s to get to 7 times 8. So 35 plus 7. Okay, 2. I'm up to 42. That was 1. I need a total of 3 plus 7 more. 7, 9, 49. I need 1 more 7. 49 plus 7. Oh, 56. Again, 7 times 8 equals 56. All right. Great work, students. Today we reviewed using strategies to multiply with the factor 7. I hope you're feeling more fluent with your 7 facts now. You sure did a good job. I will show you the independent practice page for you to work on now. Thank you for inviting me into your home, and I can't wait to see you in the next session of Tennessee's at Home Learning Series for Math. Bye-bye.